Hello everyone, welcome to Criccentric View. Finally, RCB has won after the 1 month. The last time they have won, it has been 1 month since, and we have Sharvanan with us, and we'll discuss about our thoughts on the game. So, Sharvanan, how did you feel about the game? First time SRH
Yeah,
lose the game, that too uh, not able to chase 200.
yeah, it's IPL and anything is possible. That's how it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think this is bound to happen for SRH, right? The
Yeah,
form they are in and the way they steamrolled every team. I think it's bound to happen, and I think it's fortunate for them because it happened pretty early. If it
right,
happens in
right.
playoff or in any other knockout games, I think it could have been very gut wrenching for them. But
True,
uh,
true.
yeah, I think time and again they struggled when they were about to chase this 200 runs, whether they have a superstar team or whatever it is. But still, I think they struggle to chase down 200 plus totals.
Right, right. Yeah. And somehow today, again, the same intent. Like, see, previously batting first, I understand that if you're going all out slogging, right? But when you have a target ahead and it's not a huge target, okay, 200, 207 in this day and age, it's pretty much possible, right? And still they were going with that mindset, you know what, I want to finish it in 12 overs.
Yeah,
Because see, in the power play, in the first 5 overs, they were 56 for 4. And Klaasen got out, and there itself the match was done and dusted, right?
yes. Yeah, I
So,
think the way these SRH batters thinking themselves are Hitler actually. Like whoever might be the rally, I am Hitler. I am going to beat you, or I'm going to fight you. Like that is the
right,
mindset they have right now because
right,
see, I have bat in my hand, so I'm going to hit you out of the ground, no matter what the situation. Or I think this is where the line actually should be drawn between being positive and aggressive than being rather foolish actually. You
right,
have a
yeah,
target in mind, and see, even the way Abhishek Sharma got out, it was a great start. Even though they lost Travis at early, 3 overs, I think they got 37. And if they seen off the power play, I think they could have easily scored 50, 55 runs there itself. But the way they
true,
wanted to finish this game pretty early, I don't think so. They have some run rate issue as well. They have a very good, healthy run rate, but still they do want to finish this in 12, 15 overs. I think that's where I actually the mindset needs to kick in. And yeah, this is what I think being reckless and being aggressive is. So
I
they
mean,
should
today, yeah, today I think SRH was playing with that ego. That's what it
yeah,
felt like, because they are like, we have been making 287, 200 is nothing, we want to complete this in 12 overs and make that statement, right? So
yeah,
that doesn't work. Like, even in Swapnil Singh's over, uh, although he got a wicket of Aiden Markram, that too, Markram was bit unlucky, if you have to say that, right?
yeah.
It was a full
This
toss
guy
ball,
was
which
like
was, yeah,
this
like
guy
it
was
was a,
like
yeah,
Hmm.
it was a full toss ball which was meant to be hit, and then after, even with that, you managed to score 19 runs, and Klaasen went for that shot and gave the wicket, and at the end he got Klaasen's wicket, no matter how bad his figures are, right? So that's the thing.
I think the game was completely done and dusted. As you mentioned, it was that over.
Right.
Swapnil Singh. Because
Hmm.
picking up Margram and Klaasen in the same over, how many times you get this opportunity? We
True,
tried for
true.
entire 20 overs and we failed. So I think this poor Sapnil Singh came in and turned waves for RCB, I think.
Right, right, yeah. So I mean, RCB, they were bowling today. They had, it looked like their bowling had a plan. The bowlers had a plan. They were trying to execute those plans, and of course, SRH batting also helped a bit. But still, credit where credit's due, right?
Yeah, you can give credits to Siraj this time actually. He bowled really well, except that
Uh-huh.
towards the end, I think RCB was trying to mess up things badly.
Yeah,
But fortunately for them, SRS don't have enough batters and firepower in the batting. So I
Right.
think
Yeah.
that's because towards the end, it was very slow, and they was just prolonging things actually. See,
True.
they could have done and dusted this for some time, because they're going for unwanted reviews for wides, and they are doing something. They have got the game in their hands, and I don't know why they want to do such silly things at that time. But other than that,
Right.
I think today, I
Hmm.
think RCB had a clear plan. I think uh, now they also aware of this. They're almost out of the playoff race, because they need to
Hmm.
depend on others' results as well. So I think the that feeling was off from their chest, and I think that helped them to play freely and just enjoy the game again. That's how it is. I could see.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. And today, today's pitch, it wasn't like a proper batting belter, right? Like even we have seen Virat Kohli struggling to time the ball, right? It was just that uh, I think where RCB was able to take their score from their 180, 170, 180 to 200 was that extra over of spinner Mayank Markande, where Rajat Patidar took him to cleaners, right?
Yes.
And that's why I think uh, he should be the man of the match, right?
Yeah, actually, Patidar is softly playing really well,
Hmm.
getting another 15, 18, 19 balls today. I
Yeah,
think that innings made the difference completely.
right. Yeah,
Even the other batters were almost struggling to score the runs. I
right.
think Green and Patidar made the difference for RCB.
Hmm.
Yeah, SRH don't have the plan of chasing it. They just want to hit each and every delivery out of the ground. That's what their plan is all
Right.
about, and I think they succeeded in that as well. They don't want to score runs. They just want to what do you say? They just want to see some boundaries. That's all I think.
Like if SRH performed like this in the first innings, we would have been like, okay, it's understandable. Like, see, we would say that, see, Hyderabad wicket tends to be flat, and looking at the scores which are being chased, like 220s are not safe these days. So if they went for that aggressive option, it's understandable. But knowing the target, that was really uh, that was really baffling the way they batted. So in SRH
Constantly,
dismissal,
yes.
which wicket would you say that, okay, fine, this was something unplayable, or batter couldn't have done anything about it?
Honestly, I don't think so. Any other wicket, but I could say the first wicket of Travis said. I think he wasn't trying too much. I think it was a proper matchup. A left-hander is in,
Yeah.
so bring an off spinner, just old tail, and that's what happened actually. But I think one thing that SRS batters could have done, like they should have waited through the line, not going against the line. Actually,
Yeah.
they just want to they played each and every delivery across the line, and that's how they got out. I
Right.
think if they wanted to play it straight or through the line, I think they could have succeeded. See, look at the wicket of Travis Head. He went away. He straight away went to played across the line and he got out. The same way, Abhishek Sharma, even Aiden Markram, it was a proper full toss and he could have hit it anywhere. But still, he
Right.
wanted to smoke it over the deep mid wicket and he
Hmm.
completely missed the ball. Even Klaasen again, they everybody went to play the across the line deliveries. So that's where I think SRH lost the game. It's almost everybody got out to their fall shots, not unplayable delivery or any baffling deliveries. No, there is nothing.
Exactly. The only wicket you could say, okay, fine, uh, this could be like fine, this is understandable, is Travis Head's wicket, because see, when you come on the crease, you don't know what is going to happen. You want to maximize the power play as much as possible. But Klaasen, knowing that three wickets have fallen down, right? You
Yes.
are the only recognizable batsman who can score at a healthy strike rate, right? And him playing that is something which should be like that the team management would be calling it out, right?
Also, the this guy is very experienced now, and he had this runs behind his back. So with all these, and he already knows that there is no one to take the team home after this wicket, because
True,
the remaining runs were very huge. It's not like okay, we have already scored 115 13 overs, so the remaining runs will be scored by the others. So even at that point, I think it could be justifiable at some extent, but he just got out inside power play. So that's where I think they should calm down for a while. I
true,
think
true,
they should hold their nerves. It's not about slogging at each and every delivery. You need to use your brain. So I think they just played on their ego. That's all. Nothing much and nothing less on that on this game.
true, true. So let's start from beginning. RCB's batting. Somehow this time in the power play, both Virat and Faf they were playing with intent, right? So that's the thing. Like they had a good start and everything, and then after that, Virat Kohli slowed down a bit. I don't know. Is it that his he doesn't have that attacking game? Do you think it's because he doesn't have that attacking game in the middle overs, or is it just that the pitch was too paced?
A bit of both actually. Like Virat Kohli's innings, the way he constructs it, he goes all out in the power play. Then in the middle overs, he tries to consolidate everything. And if he stays beyond 15 overs, I think that's where he will be transferring himself into a monster. So that's how the story is all about his innings. Even if you take ODI also, when he comes pretty early, like in seventh over or eighth over, he tries to consolidate the game. He tries to hold one end, and the other batter should be playing around him. That's how he constructs his innings all through his career. So I think asking Virat Kohli to play at 150 strike rate all the time, I think it's not going to work. But if he capitalizes the power play at 160, 170 strike rate, then he can consolidate a bit. I think for a player like Virat Kohli's caliber, I think it is okay, because
Hmm.
you have anyway the other players to play around you. I think that's fine. The way Patidar played today, they had Will Jacks. Will Jacks is not coming off the bat like they have expected, but still they are sticking to the playing 11 somehow.
Right.
And yeah, if Jacks could have played something, I think the entire focus was not on Virat Kohli. And
True.
Green today, I think Green played well today. The way after throwing away his wicket against KKR, I think today he got that responsibility. I don't know what, but he played sensibly today. And this guy DK is time and again proving that if other batters are performing, I don't perform. That's not in the agreement like that he's playing. He only performs when there is no resort for the other batters or the fans. Like
Right.
he is a last hope. That's how he's playing this season. So but 206, I think it's quite chaseable, and
Hmm.
also RCB was just made half and puff to reach the target. Even they lost their way completely towards the end. They lost too many wickets in the death over, but still
Hmm.
they managed a par total, I would say, uh, in
Right.
Hyderabad. Given the bad
Hmm.
batting from SRH, I think the game was pretty easy, and we already know the result even before the game into the halfway. So after
Right.
Mark, we know the winner. It's just a formality that we had to watch this for 20 overs. It was complete torture actually. After
Yeah.
12, 13 overs, nothing was happening. The pitch is not helping actually the bowlers. So it's complete like I see you're not all out, so I need to complete this quota of 20 overs. So you just bat for some time. That's how it was. There was no real intent from the bowlers, and there was no venom in the bowlers actually. It's just a
True.
poor
True.
cricket in the park play that cost the game for SRH.
Yeah. Exactly. Like after Klassen got out, you can't expect Nitish Reddy or Shahbaz Ahmed to to play at a strike rate of like 140, 150 at that time, right from ball one. See, because these two players they build the innings and uh, they go for their shots at the end once they're set. But they were not getting those partnerships at the end of the day when and also I didn't understand like what was Nitish Reddy trying to do, that so-called reverse sweep against Karan
Yes.
Sharma. given that you have lost so many wickets and you're trying to consolidate.
Again, see, this guy got some runs behind his back. He could have easily, maybe he could have easily consolidated, and he could have tried this after 13, 14 overs. At least
Right,
get some feel being in the middle for some time. Then you can go bonkers. But they really want to be on the headlines of the newspaper. So they really wants to play right from the ball on the attacking cricket. But instead, it was not happening today. They were completely exposed when what happens when these guys Travis and Klassen and Markram goes out early, so they are completely exposed today.
right.
Maybe the other teams could take a leaf out of this, and they can try and implement in their games.
True, true. And somehow do you get the feeling that SRH is kind of, uh, similar to that South Africa, like batting first in the World Cup. Batting first, they were totally like unstoppable. Okay, when they're batting second, they lost to Netherlands, right? Where they were
Yes,
not able to chase 240. When and bowlers were, yes, they are swing bowlers, but still they weren't able to handle that swing. And same thing happened with SRH today. Like they weren't able to have that patience to take the game deep and win it, right? So that's the thing. Like if teams feel that all they would want is to win the toss, right?
yeah. And in the next game against CSK, there
Mm.
Ruturaj is not winning tosses. I think that's going to be a very good matchup.
I mean, true, but again, I don't think these guys can play the way they play in the Chennai wicket. Chennai wicket is not a belter, right?
Really, we can't even comment anything about these days.
Yeah,
It's happening quite reversely. So let's see what happens in Chennai
yeah,
28.
true, true. So, mm, what do you think the way forward would be like? Would you do any changes for SRH?
No, absolutely no. Just they need to like at least the supporting staff could have came in and calm the nerves of the players. That's what they really wanted to do. That
True.
see, the team has everything. The
Hmm.
team is came off really well. They have this very good relationship, and the way Cummins leading them was pretty evident, and they are looking like a champion team. So the only thing is they need to have have this mindset of calming calming down sometime, because it's not like you're going to get 280 for each and every game. There will be times like this also.
Right,
That time you need to take a back seat and just think for some time. Okay, we can play out these bowlers or play out some time. Let's
right,
get into the groove, and that's what really required. It's not like they are fundamentally wrong or any skills missing. They have everything.
right,
See, right from the power play bowlers, they have middle over bowlers, they have spinners very well, and they can even have a very good death bowler in the form of Natarajan. So the explosive opener Travis Head is there, and Abhishek
right, right.
Sharma. The opening combo is very threatening. It's like
Hmm.
Adam Gilchrist and Matthew Hayden for some time now. So
Right,
and also they have a proper anchor player like Markram in that lineup at number three,
right,
and they have a floater like Klassen. He can even come in at number four for at the eighth over, and he can take the game away from you from there. Or even he can come at number 16th over, and then he can finish things off very well. So they have everything. The only point is they need to calm themselves at some point, and just think through the game and finish it off. That's all. So that will be not much for SRH. Do you think RCB stand a chance to get into playoff?
I don't think so. See, uh, they have games against GT, right? GT is not that, although they are losing the games, they are a better team than RCB, right? They have better plans than RCB. Then they have a game against CSK.
Yeah, that's the last game. Right?
That's the last game, right? And in between, what games are left for them? I think
I think they have Punjab game.
Punjab game is something they can still win it. And there's one more game I think against Delhi, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's Delhi.
Delhi. So Delhi with the winning momentum these guys are going. It is going to be tough for them. The only game they can stand a chance winning is Punjab. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
But we,
But, but I think the way they played it, it's quite entertaining, and
hmm,
it's really good to see these guys winning something.
true,
Because the way
true.
Siraj bowled today, I think it's really good. Though he didn't get any wickets, I think Siraj, the way he bowled was quite amusing to watch. And Yash Dayal is again he's having that skill of being a very good bowler. I think just one off game against KK, but other than that, he done really well
Yeah,
with all the bowlers performing very poorly around him, but he is still doing the job for RCB this year. So yeah, I think
true.
they are some positives for them this game.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Like, see, RCB uh, can spoil the chances of other teams going to playoff. That is something which is quite possible, right?
Yes.
Uh, those teams
Yeah.
could be one of GT or DC,
Yeah,
right?
because
So
they have two back-to-back games against GT, so
yeah,
it's quite possible that they can spoil the chances of GT.
true, true. Yeah. So let's move on to yesterday's game, GT
Yeah.
versus yeah, GT versus then yeah, DC. Yeah. So somehow this, see, when you see captaincy blunders, you see that captains focus too much on the matchups and all those things, and they don't tend to give bowling to those particular bowlers who feel like this matchup is conventionally not suitable, so let's avoid that bowler. But yesterday, Gill, uh, the way he gave Shahrukh Khan an over without even giving a over to Sai Kishore, and giving over to Sai Kishore in the 19th over, and not
He's
finishing.
just actually he played like a kid who have so many Lego pieces. That's how he was playing
Right,
yesterday. Like he was not able to do anything because he had so many all-rounders in his side and so many
true,
bowlers bowling options yesterday. So
true,
yeah,
true.
possibly that was the only thing that could spoil the chances. And I think again giving the chances again back to back to Mohit Sharma was also a bad move because that guy
Hmm,
was completely taken to. Um, he was completely dominated by Rishabh Pant and Akshar Patel, the other GT batters, so
right.
DC batters actually. So it's very unimaginable to give the 18th and 20th over to a guy who was just beaten and battered all through the game. So
Right, right, yeah,
that's where something the experience and the leadership things should kick in, but
right.
it was not happened yesterday. So that's the only thing that costed the game. But still, GP was almost is the target. The
Hmm.
margin was the margin was very less. So yeah, it's happening for quite often now. Yeah, we'll see how this IPL will be ending.
Right, right, and like, and that too not finishing Sandeep Warrior's overs. I mean, it felt like in the 17th over when Akshar Patel got out and Sai Kishore took a catch. Gill was like, "Oh, Sai Kishore is also in the team. Let's give him the over," something like
Yeah, possibly.
that. So yeah,
What
like
you're doing? I'm not the substitute player, but yeah, okay, come, let's bowl him up.
so yeah, that was really strange, and it feels like in the previous IPLs, Hardik Pandya used to come at number four, who used to give stability to the GT batting lineup and who used to win games for GT. This year, uh, GT is feeling that void, right? After that's what entire onus becomes on Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan to finish the games, right? And yesterday, the way Omarzai played, uh, it was really, it was really hard to see the way he was playing yesterday.
Yeah, I think this guy has the skill to be a better batter, and he has shown those signs of being a better batter. But still, he is pretty inconsistent, and he's
Mhm.
just what do you say? He's just wasting his chances that he's getting right now. Uh,
Right.
because he is getting a chance to play at the top, like top four. Mm, how many teams will be getting the chance? And he's opening the bowling. He's very capable bowler, but still, if he comes good with the bat, then I think he's one to watch out for. We have even discussed this even before the IPL as
Right.
well. So I think Omarzai needs to take some responsibility and shoulder that responsibility with this captain and Sai Sudarshan. And also, David Miller has shown his glimpses of
Right.
what he is capable of. Yeah, I think the way Miller attacked Nagia, I think Nagia was not even finished his quota because of
Right.
the over. The 17th over was completely demolished by Miller. It was very fun to watch him, but yeah, what you can say because this impact play rule is completely taking away everything, the excitements.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it is. We have to
Or
live with this.
true, true. But with this problem with the middle order, like, see, there is after Sai Sudarshan and Miller, there needs to be someone who bridges that gap, right? So, do you think possibly someone like Kane Williamson could come in instead of Azmatullah?
No, I think, see, if they brought in Kane Williamson, I think there'll be two Kane Williamsons or two side suggestions playing in the middle order back to back. So I
Right.
think that's where they don't want too many anchor players in their lineup. Already they have Shubman Gill, and
Right.
at number three they have Sai Sudarshan. So both have a similar type of playing, and that's where I think though Kane Williamson was brought in the auction, he was not made as a captain.
True.
They want someone from the Indian captain so that the overseas slot can be used for something else. I think if they want to make some change, then they can bring in Abhinav Manohar because he has done reasonably well for them. Maybe that guy could be that one option, or even this Shah
Matthew
Rukh
Wade.
Khan.
Matthew Wade could come in, right? Like instead of Omar Zai.
Yeah,
Matt.
but Omarza is giving that breakthroughs, right? Initial breakthroughs, and he can
Hmm.
bowl those very good deliveries, and he has the stock balls really well. So I think Omarza is it's a great pick, but still,
Right.
if they want to play him down the order, then I think even they could try Shah Rukh Khan at number four because this guy is not what do you say? He's not a finisher like a Pollard or Nicholas Puran or even Hetmeyer. So he is not in those
Mhm.
ranks actually. See, the hype was very huge when Shah Rukh Khan was bought by Punjab Kings first,
Right. Right. Yeah.
but he was not even fulfilled that even 50%. He is coming and
True.
he's just hit one or two sixes for the season. For the entire season, he might be give you four, five sixes. That is not going to help you. I do get a feel that if he get a chance to play a little longer, I think that's where he could be dangerous. Maybe it's a gamble to take worth because
True.
Hardik
True.
Pandya is similar kind of player for them. He used to finish the games for MI, but when he drafted into GT, he used to come at number four. I think it worked really well for him and as well as the team. So maybe they could take this gamble.
True. True. But somehow, somehow Shah Rukh Khan never felt convincing to me. Like maybe in few years down the line he could be a better prospect, right? He has done well for Tamil Nadu Premier League and all those things, right? But he could be a better prospect, like, if you stick with him for a longer duration, he might turn up good, you never know. But this year, I don't know, like he's not convincing, right? So
Yeah, he's not convincing. That's why I just wanted him to try bat up the order so that he
right,
could
yeah,
get some more time in the middle.
right,
They could easily go with Abhinav Manohar because he has proved them and he has performed well for GT time and again.
right.
Even last year's qualifier too, he played a very good knock against MI and he had another 50 against MI as well. So I think Abhinav Manohar would be an ideal choice if Omarza is not working out really well because they have too many finishes and this guy Tewatia also having this on and off season. and
Mm-hmm.
that's where I think the GT has some problems because they don't have this a strong finish except for the Punjab Kings game. They they're losing the path when during the death overs because Tewatia is not the Tewatia that we know.
True, true, yeah. And that's the thing, like the finishers from which we hope, right? Like, this year they have bought Shah Rukh Khan, this year Tewatia and David Miller and Rashid Khan. These four would be a deadly combination for the finishing role. But somehow, all four of them, uh, for that matter, only Rashid Khan seemed to be consistent in every game,
Yes.
right? David Miller
He
has
won the
been
match against RR. The only game RR lost was because
mm,
of Rashid Khan. He played really
right.
well.
True, true. Otherwise, David Miller was also good, but after injury, he needs to he needs a game time. That's it. But Tewatia has been a letdown. Tewatia and Shah Rukh Khan,
Yes,
right?
complete let down by Shah Rukh Khan. The
Right.
expectation because this is his third year in IPL and still he don't have this match winning knock for even a game.
True,
So
true,
I
true,
think that's where he needs to become handy, but he's not up to the mark as you said.
true. So I don't know. I felt like maybe my thought process was that like you could try Abhinav Manohar instead of Shah Rukh Khan, and yeah, that is one thing. And Umarzai again, see his role is an all rounder, yes. But what if like of course the ideal situation is him performing well with the bat and the ball. That's the ideal situation, right? But what if you want he can give you only one of those facets, batting or bowling, one of those. What would you rather take?
But I would still pick Kumaza because I see him as a very proper bowler who can swing in
Hmm.
both ways in the power play,
Right,
and he has a very good Yorker when it comes to bowling in depth. So I think I could take him any day as a bowler, a proper bowler,
right.
not even as batting skill is required because uh, going by the lineup of GT, I think they have enough players who can turn around the game.
True.
Yeah, see, if the situation arises, they can even go with Miller at number five or even number
Hmm.
four. So Miller is very capable of doing that.
Right,
The major letdown was Tevatia because he's not even giving you the overs very consistently. They even Gill was not even very much keen to try Tevatia in the games. So I
right.
think Tevatia is a complete letdown along with Shah Rukh Khan. So I think that's where um, the problem of GT lies. Maybe they could try something, bringing in Abhinav Manohar or even trying David Miller, give him that responsibility. Anyway, they
Right.
have this guy Abhinav Manohar and Omar Zai and even Rashid Khan to finish off the innings. So maybe they could take that gamble and see what happens because it's going to be a do or die situation for GT from here on. So
True.
they have to win each and every game. That's how the fixtures are looking like. So it's a high time that they need to make these changes to stay in the tournament.
True. True. And yeah, like, what do you think the chances are for GT in the playoffs?
Uh, it's all about how they're going to play in the next two games against RCB.
Right.
If they win those two games, I think they're pretty much alive in the tournament then. But still, their
Right.
last three games against CSK, KKR, and SRH.
Hmm.
So it's also going to be tough. But like if they won this next two games, they'll be at 12 points then.
Right.
So the belief will be more. I think from there they could build on and try to get these games. Out of these games, I could see they are playing against CSK in Chennai. I
Hmm.
think that's the toughest game in their coming up fixtures. Other than that, I think they'll be going to have a very hard time against KKR and SRH for sure. But if they win RCB's game, I think that's where the tournament will be very interesting. If they lose those games, I think that's curtains for them, and there is no
True.
mountain.
True, true. Yeah. I mean, GT for them, knockouts have begun basically, right? So, anyways, and with DC, what do you think?
DC again, it's going to be tough for them. They have this. What do you say? They are also in 8 points now. But the
Mm,
coming up games like MI, KKR, RR, RCB, and LSG. So again, the only game against RCB is going to be relatively easier one. Or even take that
mm,
Mumbai game is also going to be uh, 50-50 game for them. But other
yeah,
than that, I think again this KKR, LSG, and RR, I think RR is quite untouchable.
right,
The way they are playing, the playing 11 they have, I think it's going to be very tough to beat a side like RR. I think
right.
a team like RR has covered all the bases. Actually, there was no explicit weakness among them.
True,
So
true.
it's going to be one hell of a task to beat RR. But
Hmm.
so yeah, that the road may be very tough to get into the playoff for DC as well. So it's going to be interesting because this is what makes the game more challenging and more interesting and entertaining. So yeah, it's going to be a very good week ahead, and everything comes under after these weekend games actually, because MA is going to play against DC and
Hmm.
CSK is going to play. So yeah, it's going to be a very good week for us as fans.
True, true. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing much, and it's going to be an exciting week ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think predominantly, I think by this time next week we will be able to uh, clear cut mention that which teams are going to be the playoff teams and how they are going to back against the others. That's how it's going
Right.
to be.
Okay, then let's catch up catch up later.
Yeah,
And anyways, thank you guys for staying tuning in. And please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And goodbye. See you later.